Bye.
Three, two, one. We're good. We're going. We're live.
Butts. Hello everybody, and welcome to another Misadventure. Let's do a quick introduction of my favorite players. I'm gonna start with, I usually do the Discord list. I'm gonna start with the list in order in Roll20, which means I'm gonna start with Rosemary.
Oh gosh, that's me. Hi, I'm Swerta, playing Rosemary. I'm a fighter, and so happy to be here, guys.
And that's her real voice.
Oh god, I would die.
This is what I really sound like.
Yeah, this is how I talk. Oh,
Yeah.
that traveled.
See, that's the fake one right there. That's the fake one.
Buster?
Hi. I abandoned that joke so fast. Hi, my name is Funk, or Steven. I play Buster K. Slyfoot, little rabbit guy. Currently on the top of this buggy. Yeah, that's the end of the cleric rabbit joke here.
Beautiful. Tobias?
Nailed it.
Hello, my name's Will. I play Tobias Boone in our campaign. Friendly little Sorlock, dark undead elf kind of thing. Very fun to play. He's happy to be here with you all.
Love it. Olin?
Hello. My name is Taylor. Unway Poet. I am playing Olin. And Olin is sitting up front on the carriage with his new best friend, Armand, trying to make sure nothing goes wrong.
And oh yeah, is Olin happy to be here too?
I guess. Why not? as far as interesting situations, this is definitely one that's worth a story. So.
And last but certainly not least, Sully.
Hi, I'm Ray Caecity, and I'm playing Sully, a rock gnome paladin who is, I was gonna say golden retriever, but I feel like she's more Doberman or like a Rottweiler or something. Really nice to her friends and really mean to not her friends.
A guard dog of some sort.
Yeah.
And with introductions out of the way, maybe tell our listeners a little bit about what happened last time.
We had a great rest.
Did we?
Fantastic dinner. Gourmet, you might even say.
Mm-hmm.
Truly a fine dining Michelin star experience. The rooms were just immaculate, just no dust, no cobwebs, anywhere to be seen. The undead outside, a little noisy, but honestly, you can sleep through that, I'm sure. And nice cozy fire in every room, eventually.
And
Really just trying to upsell this place.
Doesn't sound relaxing at all. What is this Airbnb review?
with the potential spiral staircase or not, we're still unsure.
It's a non-Euclidean spiral staircase.
Schrodinger's foyer, if you will.
And then, we decided to go on a nice little carriage ride, midnight carriage ride for fun and relaxation.
Enjoy the evening air.
Right
Yeah.
after we invited the new tenants in for the house.
Yes.
And let me tell you, they thought it was to die for.
So you're taking a carriage ride to escape the heat.
You know,
of the manor house.
I can't pull this anywhere else. Shit's fucked.
Yeah. So after the manor house was attacked by a horde of zombies, that seemed to be
Wait, what?
leading the way of the
String breaker.
incoming mists, the party escaped the burning manor by taking the carriage, pulled by magical forces, pulled by magic, and they began riding from the manor estate when they saw a large undead floating creature, the massive eye, several stalks, the eye kind of like milky, the mouth open with like some sort of ichor dripping from its mouth. Yeah. And with that, we're gonna start combat. Do y'all want to keep the initiatives we rolled last time, or do we want to roll fresh new initiatives?
Oh,
I feel like we're in a new situation, right? We might as well.
Yeah,
Dealer's choice.
I could always do worse.
do we get to roll, or is it
I
the
could not.
next guy roll now?
Yeah, you can roll.
Holla!
We just
Okay.
click on
Okay,
initiative, right?
Yeah. Click on your token and then hit initiative.
Ooh.
Sorry, I can add you with your initiative since I
I-
forgot to tell you the first part.
Did the same.
21.15.
How is that possible?
Where the button?
It adds a tiebreaker for dexterity rolls. Oh.
Oh my god.
I'm
we
ready
are-
to act.
We are crushing these. Except I have no idea what's happening
The
because
world's
I'm
most
just chilling
useless
out
Natural 20.
inside of
Uh,
the carriage.
Rosemary's
Your
on there
initiative is to
twice.
get away from Lady Riva.
Mine? Okay, we're done here. All right. Watch those hands. Hey, remember that time that we just really didn't care if what's his name? Coifla?
Cowboy?
Alfoy? Calfoy died or not?
Yo, hey, I would have cared, but
Oh.
I didn't
I was,
care.
I
Kind
was
of a
advised.
Guys were like, no.
I was advised not to care.
I mean, Rosemary would have cared. Sam did not give a shit if that man lived or died.
God damn, y'all rolled good initiative.
Yeah, we did.
All of us
That's
equally.
crazy.
For the
Rosemary's
ones
just bringing
who-
up the rear, you know.
Well, you know,
Nice.
just really trying to assess the situation here.
It's a tactical move.
All right. I'm just setting up a couple of little things. And with that, we are going to begin. Armand is driving the cart. You're just pulling away from the manor house. There are several zombies. Though most of the zombies can't keep up with the cart. They're kind of just getting left behind. But they are all around. And with that, we shall begin combat. Olin, you are beside Armand. You see this large creature flying quickly towards the carriage. Other zombies being passed by as the carriage, the wheels creaking loudly. The night is cool. You can see the mist following on the heels of these zombies and almost beginning to like overtake them. You see the mist. The house itself is now going up in flames that reach far above the roof. And the mist is... You're starting to lose even the manor house as the mist is rolling in almost like quicker and quicker. Olin, you see this flying stock creature. Like I said, you see zombies all around you. What do you want to do on the front of this carriage?
How far is everything from me? Like, relatively?
I would say there's like zombie hordes within like 20 feet of you. The main flying creature is about 40 feet from y'all, and the mist itself is maybe like 100 feet from the carriage.
Okay. I will start by using a bonus action and using my ghost step tattoo to become incorporeal. And this is all. I'm just doing this for flavor because I think it's funny. But I go incorporeal, and I lean in through the front of the carriage, like so. Just Owen's head is like peeking through the carriage wall, and sees everyone inside and says, "You may want to look outside. There's a situation." Pokes back through, pulls out the bow, shoots at the beholder, zombeholder.
Go ahead and roll your attack.
12. Not a promising shot.
Yeah, you shoot. It does. The arrow like slides across like the thick hide of this creature, not quite piercing through it. Your arrow kind of like falling, kind of goes down and like hits a random zombie in the face. You see that random zombie drop down, but the beholder continues. Anything else, Olin?
I guess I'll just lean over to Armand and say, "Whatever you do, don't stop driving this thing."
Yeah, and you see Armand is like beginning to sweat, even though the night is kind of cool. The sky is lit by a bright golden star that's almost behind you in the sky, and a pair of kind of like small bright moons. Great. Buster, it is now your turn.
Oh boy. So I have a counter going. This is now. I mean, we took time out of it, but how long has it been, roughly, since we got into the carriage and we started going? Has it been a minute at least?
I would say it has not even been a minute yet.
Okay.
Maybe
So
maybe about 30 seconds or something before as y'all are coming out the garage.
We can go with that. I was at 7 out of 10 for. I have a clock going for my rounds that I can have my channel divinity up. So I just wanted to make sure that was good. So I'll put it at 4 if it's been 30 seconds or so from getting out.
Should I grab the temp HP then?
If it's still up, yeah, it's your prerogative. You may. Buster will, upon seeing the big baddie, I'm fairly certain I only cast 1 level 2 spell. Because I just kept casting spiritual weapon, but it counts it down each time you cast it. He's gonna turn around, look up at the big beastie, and scream to everyone like, "Friends, we have another large, unblinking hootenanny. Another." He's going to put his little paws in the air, and the 2. You said there's 2 moons.
Yeah.
A strange like tessellation of light is going to shoot down from them, or kind of like gleam off of it, and a relative starting as geometric but then moving to like a strange non-Euclidean like box of light will hit this thing as I cast fairy fire on it.
Hey.
Can you give me a dex save?
I got a 9.
That is a failure. So as long as I concentrate on it, and I believe, reading it, anything within it gets outlined in either blue, green, or violet light. It's like a like a midnight-ish blue. So like you can see it. It stands out from like the darkness, but it is still a dark blue. But for the duration, objects and creatures affected, everything has advantage on it, as long as you can see it, and it can't become invisible. So, that is my turn. I don't have anything for my bonus action really. I'll kind of like retreat to like, I guess if it's behind us, the front of the top of the carriage, like ready to like kind of just like slink over the side, but still like holding my ground at the top.
Nice. What does your fairy fire look like?
It's that kind of like almost the same like campfire ash and firefly thing, but because it was coming from the moon light, it's more of just like, you know, like if you're trying to look into a building, but like the reflection is too bright and like you can't actually see within the window, but you can just see like the reflection or the refraction of all the light around it. It's like there's like a dull version of that, but in the shape of a cube, and then the light kind of just like ripples around and changes shapes as the light hits these different bits and bobs within. It's like a glitched mirror world if like you're trying to render something in a video game. But yeah, it just hits it and makes it outlined with a midnight blue. I will roll. That's more. Take it. That's it. End of my turn.
Right. Tobias.
I
Are
look
you?
over.
Oh, sorry. Just
Yeah.
to clarify, Buster, are you kind of like leaning out because you were inside the carriage, or did you crawl on top last time?
I was on top.
Okay.
I was on top. So I'm like crawling. I'm on the top, but I'm like towards the front, like just in case I have to jump off into like the driver's seat or something.
Perfect. Tobias. Sorry. Back to you.
How big are the windows? Would they be big enough for me to slip out of?
You would
get on
have to like. Actually, yeah. The like main windows and the doors you could slip out of.
I'm pretty lithe. I look at Riva and I say, "Pardon me," and then I look at Rosemary.
Rosemary's
Okay.
on the outside. She's hanging onto the
Oh,
side.
I thought you were on the inside.
Nope, she was hanging onto the side.
Sully, are you in here with me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna look at Sully. I'm gonna point at it and say, "Hey, last one to hit this thing's rotten egg." Okay, and then I jump up through the window and get on top, and I see the zombeholder. I'm like, "Oh shit!" I cast Dread's curse on it, which is just this. It's just an
Sure.
explain curse called Dread Curse.
Sure.
Thanks for mocking it, Busta. And I'm going to fire at it with that. So, where is it? Woo! With Elven accuracy, 17. Thank you for Elven accuracy.
Right on. That'll hit.
That's 7 plus 4 damage. From Dread's Curse. No. 7 plus 2 damage. Sorry. So 9 force damage.
Beautiful. Yeah, you throw back your Dread Spear. It slams into the creature. And though the creature itself doesn't react very strongly, you see like a chunk of its flesh gets like blown away by the force of the spell. All right, is that it for you, Tobias?
Yeah, I kind of went out the window and am next to Buster on top. If there's room. If not, then I'll just stay on the side.
Cool. Yeah, so there is a moment as you're riding. You see the mist continue to surge forward at this very like unnatural speed, almost as if it's pursuing you. And I think all of you, except perhaps Sully, since she's still inside the carriage, though Sully, you would still feel this. You all feel like the earth rumbling a little bit, and several of you all of you on the outside hear cracking of earth. You see under the mist, the ground itself begins cracking and breaking away, and you can begin hearing like the sound of like the groaning of the mansion as it seems as like the mist swallows it up. It sounds like the mansion itself is beginning to like crumble.
Some Baba Yaga shit.
And I need deck saves
Are you sure?
from everybody except Sully.
Are you
19.
sure?
As the carriage begins to rock.
All right. My specialty. Hey, let's go!
My specialty.
Nice.
Saying it makes it
17.
work.
Wow. Nice job,
Thank you,
guys.
Sterling.
All of you hang on as the carriage begins like rattling a little bit. The ground underneath it like beginning to crack, almost like broken glass as the cracks web through the ground. And Sully, it is your turn.
So I have a question. Are spears ranged weapons? Because I don't have anything to attack with. I'm gonna be a rotten egg. I'm already a rotten egg. Wait, no, I'm not. Not yet.
You might have some javelins.
I just have spears. I have 2. And the rest of them I like mauls and battle axes.
Yeah, probably should get you some javelins.
I think usually paladins come
They usually
equipped
start
with
with
like 5 or 10, right?
Yeah.
Typically.
Yeah. Rek was using javelins. You were using your
from day
starter
one,
javelins.
I got my freaking arm cannon.
Yeah.
All right. So I think Sully would definitely have some javelins on her, at least like a couple of them, which are kind of like short spears made for throwing. I just added them to your sheet at the bottom of your attacks. So if you'd like to throw one of those, you certainly can.
Yeah.
And you have advantage.
And you have advantage because it's lit up.
So Sully's gonna climb out the window as well.
Are you gonna hang out the side similar to Rosemary? Or are you climbing to the top?
I'm gonna hang out the side similar as Rosemary because I think the top's getting pretty crowded. And throw one of the javelins.
Go ahead and roll your attack.
Holy shit.
20 will hit for
Hey.
sure.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I think you throw the javelin and it actually like lands. This creature's maw is just open and the spear or javelin goes right towards like down the throat of this creature and is now just like sticking out of its mouth as it like flies towards you. Just anything else, Sully?
No.
Oh, I need to make a quick save from Armand.
Oh, no, he's fine. Don't, please. He's fine. Our precious baby is fine.
Yes. So during that quake, Armand slips, the carriage beginning to like slow a little bit as he is like no longer driving it. And he is like now holding on to the edge of the carriage. And I'm gonna make a quick little check for him. That would be his save on the Shroud's turn. So now that it's his turn, he is going to basically... Yeah. He manages to climb back up. All he can do is climb back up, get back in the reins. Armand is still with you.
He sure as hell better be.
Beholder zombie. The creature flies towards you, and I think it pretty much is almost directly behind the carriage at this point, and it fires at one of the individuals on the roof.
Oh, okay.
It could be anyone.
I wonder who.
Could be any of us.
Get a little GM roll.
I hate it when he does a GM roll.
That's because he's already decided who he wants to attack, but he doesn't want us to feel like he hates us.
He's just saying I'm rolling a dice. Okay, cool.
All right.
It just counts to 3.
Buster,
Oh shit.
I need you to make a Constitution save for me.
Yeah.
Oh, homie, you didn't say the thing. You gotta say the thing.
What do you mean?
Oh no.
You gotta say specialty, and then you roll well.
Well, I did take a feat specifically just so I can have my proficiency bonus added to Constitution checks.
You have the opportunity to use your inspiration if you'd like.
1 minute.
I don't think I
Already
have
into
anything
first-
else.
Already into it. Woo.
Same DC for every turn though. So if you think you could
Yeah.
roll above a 14 next turn.
Gotta roll above a 9. I kind of don't want to blow my.
Yeah,
Wait,
that's
do I
fine.
do you lose concentration
If you're paralyzed?
if you're paralyzed? I'd imagine you would.
I don't think if you're paralyzed.
I thought
don't
it
think
would
so.
just be
I don't
can't
think
take
so. You just
reactions,
can't-
can't move.
Yeah, because you're not incapacitated, so I don't think you lose.
So I
You
just
just
can't move.
froze
I'm
them.
just
Oh,
like,
it is. You are incapacitated.
Oh, I thought it was just
Dang.
What the
Damn.
frick?
Well, if that's
That
the
shit's
case,
rough.
I don't want to lose concentration or my veil.
Oh, I mean, you could still concentrate actually, because incapacitated just means you can't take actions or reactions.
Can't move or speak, but you can still think. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. If I'm still holding on to concentration, then I'll hold on to my inspiration. And just see what happens.
Cool.
Oh no.
Tobias, I need you to make me a Constitution
Oh,
save.
Stinky.
A constitution?
Mhm.
Okay. 8.
All right.
Oh my god.
I
I think we already found the thing we're bad at.
I think I'm gonna use my
Constitution here.
Inspiration.
inspiration.
All right, go ahead and reroll.
17.
Nice.
Still a lot of damage, man.
So you are only going to take half of this.
21.
How does that
Still a
math
lot
work?
of damage.
Oh, wait, I just can't read. Never mind. We're good.
8d8.
You're gonna take 21 necrotic damage. So I think the first blast is just like this, sickly the first blast is just like this white ray that shoots out, slamming into Buster, and we see him kind of like stiffen up, unable to move. The second ray is like this sickly black beam that shoots out, slamming into Tobias, and you feel pain throughout your body. Your veins begin like turning black as this energy infuses your body. Yeah, you manage to kind of like hold on and resist the bulk of it, like pushing back against it, but you will take 21 necrotic damage.
Jeez.
Yep.
And
Right.
that is going to be its turn. Rosemary.
Okay, so is it within, I don't know,
It's not
melee
necrotic- wait,
distance?
is it necrotic damage?
Yes, it's necrotic
Oh, I'm
damage.
also resistant to necrotic damage.
Look at him go. Yeah, so you'll take
Let's
half.
go.
So you'll
So I
take
take
10.
10 damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is it in melee range? Would you
Uh,
say?
it's within about 10 feet of the carriage. It's not quite
Oh.
melee range.
Well, shit. The back of this carriage, does it have? So on some carriages, there's like a little bench almost, or like an area where you can put luggage. Does this have something like that on it?
Yes.
Okay, Rosemary's gonna try and get onto that.
Okay.
And she's going to ready an attack. First, she's gonna hex it. Oh, hex. And we're gonna go strength. Why not? And yeah. So then she's gonna ready an attack.
All right.
Because she only has a hand axe. She didn't even take javelins.
Love it. Are you gonna throw your hand axe?
No, I am preparing. I have my sword ready. I'm not throwing
Okay.
my one hand axe.
Gotcha. Beautiful. You ready your attack? Riva kind of like looks out, sees the swarm of zombies, see this large thing, and immediately just like shuts it back. So you kind of like see her like slam against the back seat, and she says,
All hands and feet inside the carriage.
a shroud surge. I knew the mana wouldn't last, but so soon. Do you think we'll live through this? Looking towards you, Sully.
Probably not.
That was-
Probably not. Looks pretty
Does
intense out
Sully-
there.
Does Sully snicker as well?
Yes.
She like puts her hands in her hand.
She called us poor earlier. I'm not gonna
She
be
did.
nice to her.
He called us fucking poor.
To be fair, we are poor.
I don't care.
She
But
just
not
had to
at-
point
not
it
at heart.
out.
Not at heart.
Yeah.
Olin, it is back to you, my friend.
Man, I love rolling high initiative, but I hate rolling higher than like the world rolls initiative. So I can't act ahead. I guess I'll just do my bonus action planar warrior and then take a shot at the zombie holder because I don't think there's really anything else. Actually, hold on. Let me read with my eyes just for a second.
With your not elven eyes.
Yeah. Well, no, there's still elven eyes.
Oh yeah.
Here is an interesting little thing for you, John. Can I use my action to take rope from my Dungeoneer's pack and secure Armand to the carriage so he can't fall off?
Yeah, you can use your item interaction to pull out the rope, use an action to tie him to the carriage. Yeah, I won't even make you do like a check for that.
Okay.
You bolt it down. Armand gives you like this kind of grateful look, a little bit of a smile, and then he kind of like looks up at the moons. Like you could tell he's like thankful that it's like full moons out because he like looks around at the dark around you, and says, "Just to the north, to the north, to the north." As he's like focusing on moving the carriage forward.
You have this. You're doing an incredible job so far. Keep it up.
Yeah, he gives you like a pained grin.
And then that's I don't really have anything bonus actioning to do, so I think that's it for me.
All right, Buster, it is back to you.
This is at the end of my turn.
Oh yeah, so yeah, end of your turn, make another con save.
Hey,
You got it.
Let's
Nice.
go.
You
Always
feel
good on Buster.
after a couple of minutes of fighting against this paralysis, you manage to break free, coming loose.
Ugh.
Tobias.
How close is the beholder?
It's about 10 feet away from the wagon, just kind of like chomping. I think it like actually does like a kind of like chomp, shadow chomping at like nothing in particular, but ends up like biting through a piece of the handle
Man.
of the javelin that's in its mouth.
Okay. I am just gonna go at it. I shoot 2 beams at it as I use a dread spear for my action, and then I quicken another dread spear as I fire it. So it's 2 sorcery points. And it's still lit up, right?
Yes, so you get advantage.
Okay. 24.
That'll hit.
5 damage. I'm gonna do another one. Oh, that's a crit. I crit on 19s
Nice.
because of my dread curse.
Nice.
Do I count?
No,
I don't
it's fake.
count that in the natural 20s.
Ooh.
Though. Okay.
This is not natural.
10. Do I just double it?
Making sure.
You roll another d10. Or does your Dread's Curse roll a dice too?
think that's
No,
just
Dread's
a
Curse is
flat.
just proficiency bonus. That is
Okay.
the attack. So 5,
18
5,
damage.
7, 10, 17, 23 force damage.
Yeah. You throw a Dread Spear and you like or a pair of Dread Spears just kind of like slamming into this thing. Your second one like blowing off 2 of the little eye stalks. Just kind of
Oh,
like
great.
completely.
And by the way, my dread spear is exactly like that. Basically, it's like a force of greenish energy that just chucks it right at the enemy. I actually love that.
Nice.
Sorry to go
Boom.
on a little tangent before we move on, but I just wanted to say, you know that meme where it's like, how do you do math, right? Like, and it shows like an equation, and it's like people explain their process. The way that Will just explained the process of getting to the damage number he did, I literally have no idea how you did it.
I don't get it.
Oh, why?
I don't know. It was just like the order that you added the numbers up. I was like, I couldn't follow it until you got to 23, and I was like, I know that's the right enough. I know that's the right amount of damage.
I was like,
I
he didn't
I
just
go
get the
small
2
numbers, 'cause
10s and
then you
add
just add a
3.
zero.
Like,
I know. It was
So-
like, well, the
So
first
5,
one's
7, 13 plus 10. Sorry.
so the second one's 18, and then you add the 2, and then you just put 3 on top of that, and you're 20. I was like, I have no idea what just happened, but we got there.
All right.
It's
That's
just-
okay.
That's my whole turn.
So after you do this, the mist continues its weird shift forward, almost like this thin layer of mist that seems to be kind of like leading the way, beginning to overtake the wagon just by a little bit. The cracks beginning to follow along right beneath it, and I need everybody on the outside of the carriage, which I think is everybody at this point, to go ahead and give me deck saves.
could I interest you in a strength save?
12. Sorry, since I put my
Any
elven
deck
axe
save.
thing on, everything rolls at advantage. I can't untoggle it.
You just have to click normal.
No, there's no
There-
toggle. It takes the toggle away.
Oh,
what?
go ahead
There
and go back
should
to
be
the
a-
cog and just select it.
If I
There
do
sh-
that, it takes away the code for the
Oh.
elven accuracy thing.
I'll look at the
Oh,
Mhm.
okay. My
A
specialty.
hey,
Nice. Everybody passes. Nobody has to worry
Oh.
about falling off the wagon.
Armand is tied to the carriage.
Yeah. But the wagon is now like there's like this moment where the ground beneath like one of the wheels completely falls out beneath it. The wagon kind of like lurching one direction before it continues on the road. You've left most of the zombies behind. other than this monstrous undead beholder chasing you. Sully, this thing. Oh wait, has not gotten. It's about 10 feet back, but it's still within javelin range. If you wanted to throw another javelin at it.
I actually have a question before I decide to throw anything.
Okay.
I have this thing called Rebuke the Violent, but it says immediately after an attacker within 30 feet of you deals damage with an attack against a creature other than you, you can use your reaction to force the attacker to make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the attacker takes radiant damage equal to the damage it just dealt. On a successful save, it takes half as much damage. Do I have to ready that since it's not attacking like right before me?
You don't have to ready. It's a reaction to it attacking. So you can. It doesn't. Basically, reactions happen usually not on your turn. They happen on
Yeah.
somebody else's turn. So basically, you just have to be like, if I do damage, you want to be like, hey, I want to use my reaction to do this. Does that make sense?
That's an
No.
awesome channel divinity, by the way.
I was gonna say, it's a sick ability.
So
Wow.
basically, if you see him deal damage with an attack against a creature other than you, like when I'm being like, okay, he does this much damage to this character, you then say, I'm going to use my Rebuke the Violent because he just triggered my reaction, basically.
Okay. Even if it's out of turn?
Yes, reactions are like, doesn't
You can
matter
use a
who's
reaction on your turn, can you? Usually?
I think there might be like niche ways to do it, but typically, no, you're not using your reaction on your turn.
If
Okay.
you're a rogue and you don't disengage and you run away and someone hits you, you can use your reaction to half the damage.
Yeah, or if you have
It's like-
shield spell, you could theoretically use your reaction in the same
Yeah.
instance.
Basically,
Okay.
what
Yeah, so I'm just gonna throw my javelin then. And I have that in my pocket now for future reference.
man, that is a sick ability. The equivalent damage is really cool.
Yeah, no, especially because earlier it was like 42 damage.
Yeah. Is it it's like half of the damage they do?
It's equal to unless they succeed on the wisdom saving throw.
Oh, and then it's half.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one.
And since he's undead, would the radiant be doubled?
We
There
don't
are
know
certain.
that he's undead.
We don't
there-
know. He
You
could
know that
just
this-
have he could just have a skin condition.
He's having a
You
bad
know-
eye day.
Yeah, also you know this creature is undead, but not every undead creature is vulnerable to radiant damage. Okay, so you do 9 piercing damage, another javelin stabbed into this creature, and it is looking rough. It's got all the curses, it's still glowing. Anything else, Sully?
Nope.
Armand continues focusing on driving the wagon, keeping it moving forward. The zombie. This time, there's all the targets.
Does it get any closer?
Yes. You can take your attack as it kind of like moves within like melee range.
Okay. Here we go. And I'm gonna add a superiority die. Let's go. All right. For oh Jesus. I didn't think this through. I'm gonna try and trip it. Sam know it cannot be tripped, but
Sure. It's gonna take 19 damage total.
and then I have the slasher feat, which says once per turn when you hit a creature with an attack that deals slashing damage, you can reduce the speed of the target by 10 feet until the start of my next turn. So we're just gonna... it's not a lot, but 10 feet.
Yeah. You take your sword, carving through, like, almost like cutting like a huge line through the center eye. Blood just kind of like old, weird Icarus blood, like cutting through.
Coagulated and gross.
Yeah. Begins like dripping from its face. Yeah, it looks pretty rough. And then it is going to fire off 2 beams. And I rolled randomly to see who it's going to hit. Now I'm going to roll what the beams are.
So, are you saying it didn't get tripped?
No, you as you slash it in this like tripping manner, you realize that it. Oh wait,
It
this is
just kind of
hovering.
spins.
It doesn't really.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I have 8, so I could roll for slightly higher, I guess.
It's D6 plus 4. Oh wait,
Oh,
but it's not my turn yet.
Temp HP.
I will
Yeah.
take
At the
8.
end of your turn.
At the end of your turn.
Yeah, it's not my turn. That was my reaction. It's still its turn.
All right, Tobias, I need a Constitution save.
Okay. That I can hopefully do. 20.
And-
Nice.
Nice. Olin, I need a dexterity
Olin.
save.
Oh, I'm good at those. This is my specialty.
He said the thing.
Oh,
17.
Nice. Yeah, I think if you save, you take no damage, right? Yeah, because you're basically avoiding this blast altogether. You can feel like the air crackling around this this beam that goes flying towards you, Olin. You manage to avoid it, but you can kind of like you see it pass you and like slam into a tree into the distance, and the tree just turns to ash.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm looking at the description of this spell, and I
yeah.
regret to inform you, the average damage of that spell would disintegrate me.
Yeah, that's a scary one.
Yes.
Even with the temp HP, it would disintegrate me.
It's a scary one.
Spooky.
Wow.
It's a good thing I'm very dexterous.
Wow.
Wow.
That is its turn. Rosemary, we're back to you.
Okay, and this is a new turn. Would you agree to that statement? That this is a different turn
Then which one?
than the previous one? Basically, can I use slasher again?
She's in lawyer
Oh
mode.
yeah, I think so.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I'm understanding it right. I found out I had been cheating for years with
Yeah, you're
wielding
still in the same.
growth.
Yeah, you're still in the same round, but that was the beholder's turn, and now it's your turn.
Okay. Well, we're not gonna. Oh, we're out of superiority die, so. Boop. I'm gonna go ahead and just hack at it.
You have advantage.
Oh shit, that's right.
Yeah, you hit easily. Doesn't even like move to dodge. It's just kind of like flying straight towards you.
Okay.
3. Oh, hex. It's like hex.
Hey.
Hex! And then I'm gonna action surge, because I haven't done that yet. And I have a feeling I should. But its speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of my next turn. Oh, I keep forgetting to toggle advantage.
That is
Let's see.
not enough to hit. You kind of like you get one good like stab into it, like slicing away a huge chunk of its mouth. Its eye is now like beginning to sink down into the mouth a little bit. But your second attack, you're trying to like get, but the hide is tough and you can't get a good angle on it.
And then
Is
this is temp.
Beautiful. Riva begins
Sobbing?
saying like a prayer to herself, but like not crying, not screaming. She's just sitting there like hands together, like just kind of like saying a prayer as the combat continues. And we are back at the top of the round with Olin.
I guess. Is everybody like? Does anybody want some healing? Does that speak to anyone?
I mean, I'm pretty good.
Are you topped off?
I'm
Dude.
at on a scale of 1 to 46. I'm feeling a 32.
I would say Rosemary and Tobias have both been hit. Neither one are bloodied.
Okay. Well,
And Sully's also got a little damage.
Just a little.
can I get... Is it feasible for me to use Cure Wounds on either of them and get back to where I'm at?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I'll do, since Rosemary's, like, frontline in it, I'll use Cure Wounds on Rosemary.
All right, kind of move
Any
in.
of us get hit by that disintegration ray, it's not gonna be a good time.
It's not going to matter, but anything else is fair game.
I could survive the average damage of the disintegration ray at full health, even
Maybe
without temp.
Maybe he'll roll bad.
Maybe he'll roll bad.
Yeah, that's always a good hope.
All right. So take, don't ignore the planar warrior, but take 9 healing.
Oh,
So,
okay, that's good.
sorry.
That would be awesome if we just added it to your roll.
It's force healing.
You have to take this healing.
Oh.
And then, what's the vibe? What's going on around? Can I just look around?
Yeah, the only zombie left is this creature. The mist seems to still be kind of chasing after you, almost like overcoming the wagon itself. The ground beneath the wagon is continuing to crack and open up. You can see the road lit and like forest around you, but not much further than that.
My other question is the Shroud outpacing us?
It does seem to be outpacing you right now, yes.
Okay.
It feels like in very short time you would be swallowed up by the Shroud at your current pace.
Can I relate that to Armand? Just that if you can go faster, go faster.
I'll try to go as fast as I can.
The mist is coming fast. But you got this. Then that'll be my turn.
Buster.
We said he's looking pretty rough, right?
Yeah.
Interesting. Buster will, shaking off the last little bits of paralysis. We've only got 2 turns left of the Shroud, or my Veil, whatever the Twilight Sanctuary. I will fire off a guiding bolt.
Right.
With advantage.
A 15
15.
will hit.
Nice.
All right. What's your... Do you want to describe it as you destroy this beholder?
Yeah. Buster kind of like shaking off the paralysis. It kind of like points at his eyes like, very tricky, very tricky. Winks one eye, opens it up, and like it's all light magic, light fraction. From his eye, a little bit of like a twinkle sets out from it, and using like the other nascent little glowing lights within the Twilight Sanctuary kind of just like bounce and refracts and like moves a beam of light from his eyeball straight like through, like punching through like the back of the head of the beholder.
Nice.
That hurt.
Yeah, the eye just kind of like is gone as there's just now like this hole through the beholder's head, and it just kind of like slows down. You see it kind of like falling backwards, its mouth open as it crashes into the ground, disappearing into the mist. Tobias, you see the beholder's dead. The wagon's moving forward. The shroud is also moving forward. Is there anything you want to do in this moment?
Do I know how long it's going to take for the shroud to catch up with us?
Like the next few seconds.
The next few seconds. Oh no.
Like within the same 6 seconds that you're doing this.
With that note, am I able to use my movement to get in the carriage?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
You
Is
for
the
sure.
mist down as a creature?
Seems as if we are no longer needed to protect top. I'm going to see you inside. Just kind of like slinking around the side.
Yeah.
Because I have nothing clever to do in this moment. I am going to. You just see an armor of ice form in all of the areas where my breastplate isn't. So it's basically it like makes my armor full plate, and I just say, I don't really know about to do about this one. Let's just try to go faster, and I jump back into the carriage.
All right. So Tobias, Buster, and Lady Riva are all inside.
One question is, do I think that it would go faster if we'd had less people on this carriage?
Yeah.
Don't be a hero.
Be the exact opposite.
Rosemary is just hanging on the end.
To be fair, Rosemary has a get out of jail free card.
Are you just gonna shove her off?
I was joking, God. But yes.
Wow.
I look at Rosemary, and then I look at Riva, and I very heavily contemplate throwing Riva out if Rosemary can't do anything, or if Rosemary or Sully can't do anything.
Don't think Sully's adding much weight. I'm gonna be real.
It's
She's fucking tiny.
All right.
You
So
got
you're
the two 6'10" ass motherfuckers in the front seat.
so you're not gonna throw anybody from the wagon. That's what I'm hearing.
No, maybe if I survive till next turn, then probably at that point I will. But I'm also not a strong boy anymore, so I can't really throw people around.
John, is that a yes to my question?
Your earring clearly states an action.
Okay, but this is a desperate moment.
I will allow it like in a like intense moment, like all or nothing. Like you could use it in that last
Is
round.
that
Okay.
is that an inspiration roll right there?
No, it's a thing. It's a
It's a whole thing.
yeah.
We used to see Rosemary disappear. We're all just
Wait.
screwed.
Man.
Rosemary probably won't disappear.
All right. So, the mist pulls forward, the ground cracking underneath. I would like another deck save from those who are not inside the wagon. This one's going to be a No, it's gonna be the same DC. But I think there'd be Olin, Sully, and Rosemary.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Have I used?
No, Sully, get back in here.
I don't believe I've used my session inspiration yet. I'm gonna use that.
All right, Sully, you can use your inspiration if you would like.
I'm gonna have to.
My specialty.
You are using your inspiration, right?
Yeah.
All right. I like all the inspiration we're chewing through right here at the beginning.
Oh shit!
Oh
This
no, 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 no.
Nice.
I think a 14 is okay.
Yeah,
Is it 13 okay?
I hope it is. Because
a 13 is Sully. There's this moment where like it rocks and your feet are like kind of like flying off the back of it. You have like a javelin in hand, getting ready to throw it, and like you're kind of just like holding on with one hand for a moment, but you manage to hold on and bring yourself like back to the side of the cart as the back falls out. Each of your your vision is kind of completely clouded by mist for a moment. And then almost as quickly as it rushed upon you, it stops. Like it hits a wall. There's this moment of like you're just in mist and then you're not, and you look behind you.
Rosemary's gone.
Rosemary's safe too.
But did
But
she panic in the mist? No.
Yeah, so I guess there's the moment where you're all like kind of like covered in the mist. Rosemary, what are you like feeling? What is your Rosemary feeling in that moment?
Panic and mind almost going blank, and I think she reaches for her earring, and right before she uses it is probably when we break out of the mist, and she's just like, oh, didn't need that.
And you were free. The Armand continues on the cart, and it almost seems like eerily quiet as the last of the cracking and shaking goes away. Armand, for his part, just kind of like grips the reins tightly, staring straight ahead. I think let's do a quick little break.
Oh, a little break.
Just a baby break.
It's a little baby break.
Like sweating.
I
was like,
thank
I
everybody
was
for watching.
Stressful first combat.
That was a
Please,
lot.
please hold while we go to the restroom, get water, and we will be right back. Okay, so restroom.
Okay. I thought I was gonna have to roll up a new character real quick, not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I-
was pretty close to it. So
I was about to jump off and just start.
Don't be a
sprinting.
hero.
yeah, I know.
No, I wasn't gonna be a hero. I have a bunch of teleports. I was just gonna basically just like keep sprinting and then just teleport ahead and keep doing that.
I was
yeah,
gonna go
I
home
have
to
a
mother.
teleport too.
You were gonna go
I
home.
forgot about that.
My earring lets me be teleported. Me or
I
one
knew
of my
it.
sisters be teleported within 5 feet of mother.
I knew that you'd just been like, I'm out.
So, yeah, if she was about to die, I mean, trapped in the mist, no, thank you. Mother can send me back.
Did anybody have any other solutions in that moment?
No,
No.
I kind of. Olin probably would have thrown themselves off.
Wait,
Also,
Olin-
doesn't.
if Olin turns incorporeal, don't they add 0 weight?
Probably. There's probably some math in there, right?
I was gonna actually throw Reva out.
I'm mad I used my inspiration and then the fucking mist disappeared.
Yeah, but who knows?
Yeah, but you might have.
Alone.
Yeah, you might have fallen off in the mist and not gotten pulled out of it by the carriage.
And we don't really know how long it takes for like the mist to destroy something.
Yeah, it acted pretty quick when Sam ran into there to get that cool boat.
Oh yeah.
I kinda-
Okay. Listen, I took a calculated risk in that moment, and I
Man,
think
was
it
that bad at
worked.
math.
That was my one good at math risk.
I think I kind of wouldn't have worried that much about Owen going in the mist
You're right back.
in like a weird way, because they're already dead. They don't like feel things, don't breathe. Like there's so many things about being dead and then coming back, but still being like mostly dead. I don't know. Advantage on death saving throws. Like there's a bunch of stuff that Olin has functionally that I think would work, but I don't know. It's very scary, Jonathan. It's very scary.
Good.
Good.
I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna get wine.
Yeah, the whole like existential risk of everything going wrong is spooky.
Oh yeah, I really didn't know what to do in that moment. I was like, I guess we'll just see how this rolls.
Yeah. Luckily, the DC wasn't that bad, but if I got disintegrated, that would have been hilarious.
Oh my gosh, I was so worried for a
You
minute.
can't even be mad about something like that.
It's just like, well,
That
all
happens,
right.
you're just like, hey, that's politics.
That would have given us such
That's
a drive
jazz,
though,
baby.
the rest of the
Hey,
game.
that's showbiz, baby.
Well,
Yeah,
all of
it's
them.
like all that same vibe. It's all the same vibe. It's so funny.
Yeah, there's definitely there's a risk with that monster.
Yeah, it's a cool fight though. Lots of interesting abilities, things to do. What was the fourth? There was 4 beams it could have used?
Yeah, the other beam that it never did use is Fear Ray.
Oh, that's kind of scary too. Huh. But functionally, that could have been really bad.
Yeah, but it only has 4 of the rays that the builder has. It doesn't have the anti-magic cone at all.
Small blessings.
Mhm.
It is an interesting fight though.
Oh, you know what? That's okay. The fight's over.
What?
You gonna make us suffer for a little bit?
What was
No,
it?
I forgot that it has undead fortitude, so I should have rolled to see if it actually died.
Oh.
But it's fine. Y'all did a lot of damage.
As you escape, it was a bunch of radiant damage too.
I
You killed
just-
it, so
I just realized a
Yeah.
fun thing that I could have done that entire time was that so we're moving the entire time. So the
Mhm,
beholder is moving the entire time with us.
mhm.
So I could have just sat there and done like booming blades at it the entire time and were forced it to do damage over and over because it has to move every single time.
oh yeah, it's hard. It's like hard to. It's not just like a theater of the mind thing. I think it'd be weird with a battle map too. But like to imagine a moving set piece requires everything to constantly be in motion, right?
Yeah.
Because even though we're not moving, we're still moving however many feet per round. It's just like
Yeah, just being on the card.
it's pretty cool though. Yeah, I like a weird little funky encounter. Have a good time. Go hog wild on it. I feel like I have need dinner. I should eat dinner. I'm gonna order something.
I know my roommate just went to go get something.
I know I ate lunch at like 1, and I'm just realizing I haven't eaten any food since then. Yes. I don't know if you guys can hear my cat yell. The Discord sound getting is pretty good, but she's yelling.
I don't hear anything.
She always has so much to say. What is it, baby? That's a big yawn.
All right. Wait for Steve to get back. We'll
Yeah, I
get
guess.
started.
This count as a long rest?
No.
Let me feed the cats real quick. It'll take like 2 minutes.
Okay. I'll say y'all will be able to complete a short rest before you get to Martira Bay, but not a long rest.
Do I get
See what you did there. Short rest. What can I do on a short rest?
It is on a short rest. Okay. Is it the same with my superiority die? Blah, 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 blah.
Alright, while we are waiting for a couple of players to get back, I just want to thank y'all again for watching. For the viewers out there, we appreciate it.
I'm not gonna spend any hit dice because I'm only missing 5 HP. But I have all my superiority die back, and that's cool.
I mean, that's pretty good.
Oh, should I go ahead and click on the short rest thing?
Sure.
Yeah,
I don't
and
know
have-
if I clicked it. I
Um,
definitely clicked it that time.
yeah, you can spend hit dice if you'd like to heal. Otherwise,
I used a warlock spell slot to get a sorcery point back.
Oh, he's doing it.
1 point, baby.
It begins. I didn't take any damage, so
You said I can roll a hit die to get health back?
mm-hmm. So I think you probably hit the short rest thing. There's like, you see the hit dice box that says like,
Yeah.
I'm actually also going. Wait, I need to look at the table real fast. Sorry.
Hey, it wouldn't happen to become dawn.
No.
The short rest.
No, it would not.
Um,
And y'all do see like eventually like undead milling about like at the edge of the fog, but they don't seem to like go much past it.
I guess I was sort of under the impression, and tell me if I'm wrong. I was under the impression that a lot of the Earth is like gone now. Can we see that?
You basically could only really see it as the mist was like coming over it. Like now you just see mist. If you wanted to kind of like stop and investigate the edge, you could to see if you could like see that. But that definitely would not be something you'd be able to see from the wagon.
By the way, I'm gonna also use those 2 sorcery points to get a first level spell slot back. And then I use my Bloodwell vial to get 5 sorcery points back.
Okay.
And that's yeah.
Sweet.
So
Interesting.
that's actually really nice. Maxed out on sorcery points again.
Situation we find here. Time
And
will die.
Being a sorcerer is a little bit of a mind messes with your head a little bit.
In what way?
Just like I feel like I'm jumping through like different loops, trying to use all my ability. Like, wait, I have to do this one thing, and then I got to go turn my 3 into a 2 and my 2 into a 1, and it's not because it's not all 1-to-1. When you're using spell slots to get sorcery points back, it's a 1-to-1. But when you're using sorcery points to get spell slots back, it's basically the spell slot plus 1, basically, until 4th, 5th level.
Yeah. We lost Steven, y'all.
You think so?
Baby time.
Gone but not forgotten.
No, but look how fucking bright it is. Wait, that's not a window.
Is the
He has
Is his
LED
fan
lights
on?
on his shelf.
So what'd you say?
Yeah.
is his fan on?
Yes.
So is the screen frozen?
His screen might be frozen.
It could be that the fan is like moving at the same speed that the fan
The frame.
or
Yeah.
I don't know.
that the frames are.
It looks like it's refocusing, but it might just be my internet.
That's
It
what
does
I
look
was-
like it's doing something like every few seconds. Or not a few seconds, but like
No,
every so often.
It's still going. I can see in the reflection on the bottom corner of the poster, little movement.
Investigating.
Bottom right corner.
Yeah. I was seeing movement for a minute there. Or I'm tripping. Either works.
Yeah. Be straight tripping, yo.
It's a
What
pretty
the F?
pretty strong fighter or party. Since we are taking a little extra beat here, I'm going to step away to do a quick thing.
All right,
And when
good
I
luck.
return, hopefully spooky adventures will continue.
Enjoy your health break.
Man, that was a little terrifying.
Just another day in the business.
Oh gosh. That was spooky.
I felt like that thing died too fast.
Well, I mean, it was already dead.
Good point.
That thing and I
Fair point.
share a kinship in some weird way. Me too. Me dead too. Me also
Do
dead.
you?
He just
Are
like
you
me.
dead? You're not dead though, right?
Mostly.
Because Shatter Kai are technically kind
Mostly.
of undead too.
Where are you, cat? Where are you yelling from? I don't know what's happening.
There's cat hair everywhere over here.
I am I'm reborn. So I am
Reborn.
basically brought back from being dead, but like very tenuously. The whole thing is like you have escaped death. Like some weird thing has happened that has made it so you are no longer dead, but you're still like pretty much there. which, you know, is cool. Flavor-wise, it's very interesting. But, like,
Mhm.
I have so many cool features for being reborn. Advantage on saving throws for disease and poison, resistance to poison damage.
Mm-hmm.
Advantage on death saving throws. Don't need to eat, drink, or breathe. Don't need to sleep. Magic can't put me to sleep. Plus, I have all of the features of being an elf.
Mm-hmm.
All the racial features of being an elf, the standard ones. So, Reborn is pretty wacky. You could make some extremely strong, like, multi-race shenanigan stuff with Reborn.
Yeah.
Um,
That's how I feel about Shadow Kai. Just having the necrotic resistance. I feel like, especially for campaigns like this, is going to be really good.
I have important news, everyone.
What's
Yes.
Spy X Family is going to be made into a musical.
Oh, I saw that.
Beautiful.
This is very important news that
I
I
hope they got
absolutely
Potato
had
to
to
play Anya.
yes.
Potato.
While we wait, let me get some. Can I just get some casual wisdom saves from y'all?
No, you may not.
I can give you some ancient
can wait.
wisdom saves. I cannot do practical.
Not my
Let me make
specialty.
sure.
15. Dang it.
Fake 20.
I hate that. I
Let
won't
me
take it
make
off,
sure I
but I
don't
can't.
have anything.
My wisdom's okay. No, not anymore. Sieben.
Okay, here we go. My specialty. Let's fucking
Damn.
go, dude.
Hold on, let me try again. My specialty. I mean, it's better,
You have to say it. It's just the thing.
but I still got a 7. So
Well, you know.
that's life.
Oh, that wasn't your inspiration?
No. As the
Wait,
wait, am I the who else? Am I the only person with my inspiration still?
I think so. Wait, does something fun happen if we fail?
Yeah.
Can I choose to fail?
I mean, actually, I would say it's probably more interesting if you succeed.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Great.
Oh, we got some good numbers in here.
It's freaking bats.
Oh, did you use your inspirational one? Sorry, I think I missed
No,
that.
I did not. I just
Okay.
was trying Sam's method of saying it's my specialty.
Oh, okay.
To see if it worked. Inconclusive so far, but
The one time I do it, I'm gonna fail whatever it is. That's just my luck.
I'm still convinced that your dice roll RNG is actually just based on the color that you have picked for your hex dice on the game.
I mean, I did start rolling better after I changed colors.
Usually I pick really good rolling colors, but I guess this one's been hit or miss so far. This one's more like standard deviation, but Rex was like 20 favored, and Paranold had some fun rolls.
Paranold had some narrative rolls.
Paranold failed where it counted. That's part of the goal.
Yeah. Selene had very I'm pretty sure her dice had a 1 on each side instead of a 1 and a 20.
We might go ahead and get started here shortly. Just to kind of squeeze in some more stuff. And let Buster kind of play catch up.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've been breaking for like 10 minutes, maybe a little more, 20,
10 minutes.
Somewhere in the 10 to 20 range.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and do this. Cool. So y'all begin a kind of casual drive through this misty wilderness. You kind of leave most of the mist behind, I should say. Um, as you begin on the road, Armand is kind of like nervously, kind of nervous as he drives, staying pretty focused. And it's a pretty. We can role play any scenes you would like to do, but for the most part, it's a pretty uneventful trip to where Armand wants to kind of like stop for the night, which is Martira Bay. There is one moment, is real quick, is everybody, I'll assume Tobias and Buster are inside. Sully, do you go back inside?
Yeah.
Olin, you stay out by Armand. Rosemary, are you on the outside or on the back?
Rosemary is still on the back, just basically ready, keeping watch.
Okay. Buster, are you inside the wagon, staying inside the wagon as y'all travel?
Probably for the first little bit until things fully die down, then I'll probably climb up to the top just to keep watch.
All right. Rosemary, there's a moment during this uneventful drive where you suddenly find yourself standing up, sword out, but you don't remember standing up or drawing your sword. And you just have like this sense of like dread that goes away like pretty quickly as you realize like there's nothing around you.
I still feel like myself, though.
Yeah, you still feel like yourself.
Okay.
Is there any conversations y'all like to role play before y'all make it to the city? Or scenes you would like to have?
I am. This is not a thing I'm role playing, but I am sitting, either by the wall and Sully or Rosemary, or between Rosemary and Sully. I'm not sitting by Riva.
Rosemary's outside, so
Okay, well I'll be sitting by Sully
Okay.
and by the wall. Still lounging. Just be like, no.
So I imagine it's Sully and Tobias on one side, and then Riva and Buster for a short time before Buster goes and climbs up top. Yeah, Riva for the most part, I think she kind of like, she seems to almost have like forgotten you, Tobias, in the drama. She's now just kind of like snoozing after, now that you're like safe. Her head's just kind of like leaned against the corner of the wagon, and she sleeps on the way. I'm gonna pause this for just a moment. You travel for some time. Most of you kind of enjoying, or most of you in silence after like the intensity of the night so far. It's getting late into the evening. You all kind of like catch your breaths and rest a little bit. And within a couple of hours, you see the road begins following a coastline where you can see water out on one side, forest on the other. And you see in the distance mist kind of like wrapping the back, like the side away from you, wrapping the city a little bit. But you see a city take shape. Large buildings, 3-4 stories tall, like many of them, kind of like peeked out over the walls. The wall kind of like goes up to the shore where you see several ships. Many of them like of strange ship and sail configurations. Like none of them look like they are uniform or from the same place. but the like ships filling the harbor as you approach. Um, Armand kind of speaks up and says, um, "We should be safe here. Um, the the Shroud seemed to have finished the surge, and once daytime hits, it'll go back a little bit, but I think the manor is gone."
Does the Shroud surge like this often?
Um, I mean, I've heard tales of it doing it, but I've never seen it before. The Shroud does get, you know, moves in and in every night, but usually by a few inches. That's the most I've ever seen it move myself. Ill omen as he looks up above like the moons. Um, to be driving under the both full moons, though I'm glad they're out, coming out of a shroud surge.
Ill omen.
Why? Writing.
Well, you know, because the eight omens of the riders.
Just assume that we
Art local.
arrived yesterday.
Oh,
Very far away.
well, it's an old legend, I guess. I don't even know all the omens, but you know, it's they say it's a bad omen with two full moons because the very first omen is that the riders will come out, will will ride from the shroud, um, under the two full moons.
How often are the moons full at the same time?
Um, I mean, every 4 or 5 months, I guess.
Do you recall anything strange happening last time there was the two full moons? Certainly the Shroud had not been nearly as close to your manor house.
No, honestly, I was barely thinking about the shroud. Um, it's been kind of past the field of dead for a while. He just shrugs. He says, "Sorry, I don't really pay attention to it too much."
No, it's fine. I can understand why you wouldn't want to.
Um, Martira Bay isn't super safe at night either. There's several serial killers walking the street right now, but we have an apartment in the city. Y'all are welcome to stay for a night.
I think we would all appreciate the hospitality.
Yeah, we would love that, Armand. We'd really appreciate that.
And you finish this conversation as you are kind of like arriving towards the front gates, or at least the southern gate of Martira Bay. There's a pair of guards standing up front, kind of armored, each of them carrying halberds. One of them just kind of like looks forward, like bored eyes, like not even really seeing you. They just kind of like gloss over you. Um, the other one steps forward. Um, Middle-aged man, kind of um a short beard, looks at you suspiciously and says, and he kind of like holds his halberd out almost like towards Olin and Normand at the front. And he says, what business do you at the bay?
This is
It's an interesting question. Uh, we're just here to seek some shelter. Our previous home was swallowed up by the mist.
Olin gestures to the five of them, not including Armand, are stewards of the House Vachon. And This is the son and the lady, Vashon.
You see
Surely
the guard.
you've heard of them.
The guard kind of like eyes them suspiciously. Make me a quick persuasion check. You do with the advantage, Owen.
Okay.
You
As
see-
we all know, persuasion
We-
is my specialty.
We believe in
I was
you.
gonna say, do you want me to do it? Can I do it? We're going back and forth, but
A 12. It's not awful.
He kind of like eyes. He says, "I'm familiar with House Vashon, but you're saying the Shroud's already to the manor house? It should be months away from there."
You would
something
preach.
happened last night where it just had a mind of its own.
You wouldn't believe the night we've had.
It took miles, not inches.
He kind of like looks towards the other guard, and there's like this moment where you can see he's expecting to make eye contact with this other guard over that, but the other guard just continues to like look like past you, just kind of like sitting there holding his halberd. First guard kind of shakes his head and says, "All right, I suppose we can let you pass. There's better stay as a group at night. And
Absolutely.
Find yourself a place to stay quick, right?"
This first thing we're gonna do is just head straight to home.
Yeah, the guard waves you through. Armand kind of like breathes a sigh of relief. The guard kind of like calls out and says, "Oh, and since some of y'all look like you might be new here, no one's allowed in the undercrypt." And
God.
with that, he'll kind of like wave you past.
Oh, I guess as we're passing, I just want to ask. Oh, have you seen my sister? She looks like me. I don't know if I have a sister here. I probably do.
Guard shrugs and says, "We get random refugees all the time. Can't say one way or the other."
Okay. Just drop it.
Owen takes a moment, looks at everyone, and says, I just want to reinforce that although I am doing a lot of talking,
Oh,
I'm
we
not-
know you like it.
I'm not the face of the group. I'm in a good position to be talking to people right now.
Armand leaves the wagon into the city.
Hey, while we're on the wagon, I'm gonna go sit by Armand, and I'm gonna ask him. Hello, Armand. How are you doing? Quick question for you. Is there like a leader of the entire bay or country here that you would know where they reside? That might really lead us a little bit closer to where we need to go. Kind of essentially asking him for without saying the Dreadlord, like finding out if there's a Dreadlord around.
He kind of shrugs and says, "I guess the kind of unofficial leader of the city would be the Baron."
Is he just the leader of this city or the entire nation?
Well, as far as the Kargok has reach, I suppose. Mostly Martira Bay, though I hear they've got some fingers over in Rex Crown and beyond.
Gotcha. Thank you, Amon. Appreciate your info.
Yeah. And as you're traveling, those who are hanging out, no, actually, everybody give me perception checks. Please and thank you.
19.
Oh, fake 20. But still a dirty 20.
19.
Nice. Tobias, Olin, Rosemary. And this would probably be like around the time, Tobias, you've come out to kind of talk to Armand a little bit. You notice as you're traveling down the road of the city here, the streets are bare, very empty. However, all three of you, after a little bit, notice a figure staying far enough back that you can't get a good look at them, but kind of seeming to slowly follow the wagon through the city. Maybe from like 60 feet back or so, a little beyond that. And you can tell like they're sticking to the shadows and trying to be sneaky, but just kind of like from your purview on the wagon and kind of like how on guard you've been, y'all all managed to. Oh wait, did I say Buster? Should not be Buster.
No.
You did
No.
not.
Oh, Tobias. Okay, yeah. Tobias, Olin, and Rosemary.
I will say, Rosemary still has not put her sword away from that incident earlier.
Mhm.
It's just sitting across her lap, very tightly gripped.
High or low, guys?
Hi.
Sure, hi.
Why are you following us?
You just call out.
Yep.
Yeah, and I would say Buster and
Not like
Sully.
Threateningly or loud. I'm just inquisitive.
Yeah, Buster and Sully,
Just
you
how he
hear
talks.
like Olin outside the cart, like saying this into the darkness behind you. And the figure, you say this, and the figure, you hear like footsteps running away.
Oh, do you want me to go get him?
No, it's probably better that they don't follow.
Okay.
At least we'll get to the apartment safe.
I'm gonna be looking around at like I want to try to note in my brain alleys and any type of group that is hanging that I might catch glimpses of. Basically, I'm gonna try to use something in my background a little bit to try to make something. It's just criminal contact. I've never been in this place, so I don't have a reliable and trustworthy contact, but I want to see if I can like start making them. I don't know if that's a thing, but I'm going to try it.
I would say you get the sense, like you do see like groups of people skulking in some of the alleys. I think you get the sense you definitely need to like move, like you'd have to break away from the group a little bit to actually come in contact with these people.
I just want to note it at the moment.
Yeah, for sure. You definitely see like several groups of people that kind of give you the look of criminals. You notice at one point like a figure that seems to be like running along the rooftops in the darkness. And I think you probably even see like a couple of like, you can't necessarily read these particular marks, but you recognize them as marks of like almost like a thieves guild or something, kind of like marking areas. And yeah, y'all arrive. He kind of pulls up and you see like a set of like row houses that are kind of like all thin, smashed together, like not wide but long houses. And he
A
kind
fire hazard?
Yeah, basically. Armand kind of pulls up in front of one of these and just kind of like hooks the wagon to like a pole out front. Um, and he goes, wakes his mother, and yeah, basically offers to lead y'all inside. Um, and this little row house is much tighter than the manor house that y'all stayed in before. You're kind of brought into like a main living room area. Um, Armand is like, "Oh, there's a couple of bedrooms upstairs, but I'm afraid you'll probably have to stay down here. They're pretty small."
We just
Um,
appreciate the hospitality I'm on.
and so there's like a small little living room, a small little like kitchen area, and Armand like goes and immediately begins like trying to. He like has like a couple of old logs that are sitting beside a fireplace, um, and he's got like a lamp in hand that he's brought in, but he like begins looking for something to light it, um, and then like looks at the group hopefully.
I'm sure I can light it without magic. I bet I have some flint and steel.
Okay.
So I think I have, like, a
Standard way.
tinderbox
Yeah, I've
or
got a
something, too.
tinderbox. I just forget about just like regular items that work.
I know. I had that revelation. I was like, I could use a rope.
Right? Just like if I don't have prestidigitation, I'm just like, I can't light a candle ever. Nope, just not gonna happen.
No one knows how. The technology has been lost to it.
Yeah. And the combination of flint, tinderboxes, y'all easily get a fire started, kind of warming up the space pretty quickly. You do hear like lots of bumps, and like creaking, like bumps coming from like the neighbors on either side of this particular row house, creaking from like the old building.
Don't think about it too much.
And you're left alone as a group, kind of like for the first time without the Vachons, as they kind of like head to the bedrooms upstairs, and leave you in this room to discuss. You're kind of like each reflecting on, for a moment, like your goal here, right, is to. You've been told that Darkon is slowly being overtaken by the mists, what the locals call the Shroud. And you've kind of now witnessed what some of that looks like. And you've been sent here to figure out if there is a way to save Darkon and the people here.
Well,
you know,
that was
I'm just gonna ask the obvious question. Can't we just get them on the train?
All of them?
You know, there are tens of thousands of.
Well, you know, I'm sure they can add more to the train, right? It can't be that hard.
Well, this is not really how I thought our first night would go in Darkon.
To be honest, it's about how I expected it would go.
It's fair. It's very fair, Olin. I think the first thing we should do is try to find the one we know who's controlling the mists. We know what does it. We just don't know who it is here.
I was surprised that there isn't a king or anyone who rules the nation.
Yeah, that just means that they're in the shadows hiding, and that means that it's just that much harder to find.
I mean, out of character, it was only a count ruling Barovia. Doesn't have to be a king. I think a baron is higher up than a count.
Yeah, but and out of character, but the way that Armand describes it, right?
Yeah.
It's just that he runs the port, basically, the bay, which is gonna. How big is, compared to Barovia, like landmass wise? How big is Darkon? Similar size, bigger.
I would say it's probably what is left of it a little smaller overall. of like livable land, but generally it's bigger than Barovia overall.
You could definitely tell that before the mist started closing in, it was big.
Yeah. And Martira Bay is pretty much like as big as the biggest city in Barovia.
Okay. Interesting.
Um,
I'm trying to think if there's.
but yeah.
Any ideas where we should start? I'm gonna start scouring some alleyways and see what other scum that I can find. Rub elbows with.
Perhaps we try and find out who might have been tailing us.
That's a very good start. And I'd also like to get some information on some of these serial killers around, just so we don't want to get too involved too quickly.
I can talk to Armand. Armand knows everything about the serial killers.
Oh, that's worrying.
That worries me. Hey, Olin, I gotta say, I know that you like Armand, but I mean, you remember all the other times that we get attached to somebody and, you know, either we lose them or we're betrayed by them. Like, I just want you to just be prepared for anything that can happen, and we're with you either way. But we're with you. We're with you. You know what I mean?
I don't expect Armand or his mother to come with us on the rest of our journey. I just appreciated having someone.
I know. But just how these things go, it just always seems to, we always just pick people up and just bring them on our way.
Well, if Armand wants to come, he can come. But
That's what I mean right there.
Well,
I
you know,
don't-
he's a good kid.
I don't get the impression that he's interested in the kind of journey we're going on. Perhaps we can write letters.
And then that's fair. Just wanted to bring up the team point. That's all.
But if he is as well informed as he appears to be on myths, legends, it might be good to have someone knowledgeable to ask questions to, even while we're out.
A storm begins rolling in as you're talking. I'll say this place, similarly to the lady's study back home, is also like filled with clocks on the wall.
Well, obviously, that means that she's a vampire because vampires love to count. I figured you out, John.
I should have written down because I counted it out and it was less than 25. Okay, I'm gonna touch my earring. Oh, good morning, Mother. You know, I just got some questions about Darkon and what might be going on here, but mostly, do I have a sister here? You know, I just wanted to check in. I didn't do that, and that's on me. That's on me. So anything you know could be helpful. Thank you. Bye. I forget I have this thing. And she does say all of that out loud, holding her earring.
Yeah. You do get a message back being like, hold on, I want to make a note here because I want to remember the voice I'm choosing to use for Mother.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, workshop it.
Yeah.
You don't have to commit immediately. Just try some things out. Throw some things.
Maybe Mother likes to do little voices.
Thanks for calling,
That's-
dearie. I'm
Oh,
glad
God,
to
you hit
hear
it.
you're all right.
That's it.
The
That's
one take
it,
Jake,
that's
baby.
Mother.
We got it. Print.
I detect that Basil is hiding somewhere in Darkon.
I can't believe you were worried.
Okay. All right. Nothing else? Just Basil? Okay.
Basil's the same sister from the prologue, right?
No, that was garlic.
That was garlic. No, it's because vampire.
Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't even make that connection until
Yeah,
just now.
this-
I'm angry.
Okay, so Basil is here. All right.
Mhm.
Oh, you know, I do have a sister here. It's Basil. Or does she go by Basil now? So hard to keep up.
Sully, how are you feeling? Like, this is the first time y'all have been able to rest here in Darkon. This is one of your first adventures with the group. And kind of like seeing some of the things that they deal with other than Rosemary's sisters. What's Sully thinking right now? How's she feeling?
I think Sully's pretty excited. There's been a lot of like chaos and unexpected things happening, and she's kind of thriving on the chaos. She's true chaotic neutral. She's riding that wave. I was also gonna ask though, because I also have the criminal contact from my criminal background, if that's something that Tobias and my character could do together.
Yeah, I think that's definitely something the two of you could like go off and do. I would assume that'd be something y'all want to kind of like start doing in the morning time after you take a rest. But I think
what
like
time-
the two of you having that would help.
What time is it?
It's like probably something like 4 in the morning or something.
Please,
Um,
there's so many clocks, John. Can't we just look at the
You're right.
clocks and know
It's
what time
4 it's 4:06 a.m. in the morning.
I'm making note of the time because we are notoriously bad about time.
I only have to rest for 4 hours, so I'll probably go out for an hour tonight. And if Sully wants to come, but Sully might need to rest longer than I do.
I also only need to
I don't
sleep for
know
4
how to
hours.
check that. How do you check how long you have to sleep
You're a
for?
gnome,
But-
right?
You're a gnome, you have 8 hours, I believe.
Yeah, just a normal amount of hours.
Just because I don't think that the criminal types that we want to talk to will be out, right at 8 a.m.
Could be
Tobias,
dock workers.
yeah, I will say you're very more than welcome to like go out. Are you talking like still waiting 4 hours before you go out, or
No,
kind of going up first?
We'll go out for an hour first and then go out with Sully in the morning.
If
Oh, are you going out by yourself?
I was gonna say, if you try to go out by yourself, Olin will offer to come with because also only need 4 hours of sleep, 4 hours of rest.
Yeah, Owen can come with me. And then Sully, you and I can go in the morning. That sound good? Talk to dock workers and such.
How's Buster doing?
Buster's tired.
Day for a little bunny boy.
I think he's concerned himself cleaning his little Feywild flugelhorn. Maybe he like had the thought to start playing it, but then realizing the proximity at this time of night to the other houses of people
They
in
ain't
this
sleeping.
shotgun townhouse. He thinks against making noise and causing a fuss. He probably looks around for a little while, gathers up like any pillows and blankets and stuff in an effort to make a bed. Checks in with everyone, make sure like, do you have water? Are you good? Do we need to find the other snack before bed snack? If not, okay. Probably spend a little time. I imagine he has this like really ratty journal. Not ratty in the sense that it's been like gruesome stuff, but in the sense that like it's made of a hodgepodge of materials. Like one of the covers is like a really thin piece of bark, like shaved from like a block plane of some sort. Spends a little bit of time like journaling, in primarily Sylvan, but it all just kind of comes out as nonsense, like stream of consciousness, just noise. And then he tries to get himself to sleep.
Nice. There is there's like a couch and a couple of like big chairs in front of the fireplace. There's also like cushions on those that you can kind of pull off and make a little pallet on the floor. For Rosemary, Sully, and Buster, Buster, are you kind of sleeping on the floor? Or in one of the big chairs? Or on the
unless
couch?
somebody else is taking one of the big chairs, I would either take like a big cushion or like, because I like roll up in like a little like bunny ball effectively, so it'd be either in one of the chairs or on like one of the big cushions, depending on where everyone else is. I'd obviously make sure that everyone else is, settled in, good. If Tobias and Olin are going out for the night, I don't have the ability to give you the eyes of the night, but I'd still like, make sure you watch out for murderers. If we were followed before, you never know, you'll find someone else. If you do get murdered, I'll be incredibly upset, because I was not there to help.
We'll be good. Thank you.
But even then, in terms of where he'd be sleeping, he'd like, if other people took the couches, he'd take the love seat, like, or the cushion. He wouldn't be the first one to pick. Be like, this is mine. They wouldn't stake his claim. He would take whatever's left. Make sure everyone else is comfortable.
All right. I guess my real question is, who's taking the couch?
Haunted couch.
I think Rosemary has to take, because I'm small too. I can also just sleep.
Yeah. I mean, if people want to cuddle up, that's also fine. Platonic cuddles are awesome.
Just a little cuddle puddle.
Are you trying to decide if Sully's gonna platonically cuddle or?
Yeah. I think she's gonna sleep on the chair.
Okay. So Rosemary on the couch, the Buster taking one of them, and Sully taking the other. Olin and Tobias take an hour to go out into the rain.
I just want to try to start this collecting contacts. Like, I'll like dirty myself up a little bit, try to match what I think the locals would be. Still fit in. And I want to gather information on serial killer and the Baron, the Lord of the town. And I also want to start, and this is a lot for the hour because I'm only just now making contacts, but I want to also try to start putting in a word to people that a new group of people is in town, and I want to see who is interested in them, to try to find the person who's following us.
I'll follow along, like, kind of like the seen but not heard kind of guy, like bodyguard, like lurch motherfucker, just really tall, trying to look menacing, like
The muscle.
yeah, just trying to give off the muscle energy, even though I'm like this real lanky, lithe looking guy. I'm just tall, which helps.
Yeah.
Okay. Y'all are kind of traveling through the city, checking out like some of the back alleyways where you kind of saw signs of other people before.
Yeah.
Pretty early on, Olin, you're kind of walking beside Tobias, following him. You see as you're going down one of these alleys, there's a group, maybe like 30 feet on, kind of like in the dark, talking to each other quietly. As you're walking back towards like this group, you see a tripwire set across this alley. Like Tobias almost like steps in it before you were able to like see.
Olin clears his throat, gestures down, kind of like tries, maybe uses like some metal on a glove or something to like reflect some light at the tripwire to show that it's there, and then head nod over at the group.
Well, I think we're in the right place, Olin.
I think so. Lead the way. But watch your step.
Shit. Just kidding. Just kidding.
You always get me with that one.
We're gonna work on the sarcasm a little bit. You're gonna be beautiful by the time we're done.
Make me a quick. We can call it persuasion. This is basically just like a charisma check to see, like as you approach these guys, kind of like you see them, or this group of people, I should say, they seem wary.
Okay.
Can you roll a narc check?
14.
Any narcs?
If you're a cop, you have to tell me.
Okay. As you approach, you see the group looks wary, but they do not move. You see, kind of around your feet, Olin, and you both see what look like dozens of spiders, like at the corners of this alley, like skittering around. And they're big, like tarantula size spiders, kind of like moving around the corners of this alley.
Is there any way I can like identify these spiders?
Yeah, you can make a nature check for me.
A nature check. 11.
Yeah, they're big spiders.
They're spiders, baby.
Yeah, you've not seen this particular species of spider anywhere. This is kind of like a new Darkonian spider. You approach, one woman breaks away from the group. Everybody kind of like following right behind her. You see her step up. She's wearing like dark leathers, this like kind of like long coat, and this wide brimmed hat that the like rain's kind of just like running off the edges of. And she says, "You stepped into the wrong alleyway, friend. You have 10 seconds to turn around and walk away."
Hello, my name's Tobias. First off, I love your cloak. You look absolutely so intimidating. I love everything about it. Listen, we're just here to try to serve as a little bit of a heads up from what we're hearing, that there's a new group in town. They don't seem very friendly towards any of the criminals in town, and we just wanted to basically they keep trying to say that they're going to take over all of the criminal syndicates. They're going to take them over, bring them to justice, and I don't want that. I'm just kind of a lowly guy around here. I get my money off of doing different kinds of contacts, get my money through different kinds of sending messages. And listen, I just am giving this to everybody that I see. But we're gonna get out of here. If you have any other questions, just let me know. Okay.
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay. 25.
She pauses and she says, "You got gold?"
Just a little bit, not a lot. More of a day in day out kind of thing. Don't really keep a lot on me all the time. You know, I mean, clearly, why would I keep a lot on me all the time?
I think she kind of shrugs and says, "You can, well, if you're looking for me or my group, we can offer some assistance with what you're looking for. Um,
I'd love that. Maybe I can help you out with a job or something like that, or you know, maybe we can go. We can nib this in the bud before we get any further, and we can go straight to the top with it. You know, it's the bear. Our mountain. It was the Baron earlier, right?
Yeah.
Maybe do something directly with the Baron. That sounds fun. I'd like to meet the guy. Never have.
She kind of laughs and she says, how long have you been in town?"
Not me. I'm talking about you all. But just out here saying hi. Again, my name's Tobias.
She shrugs. She says, "I've met the Baron. Nothing particularly special there. Look, if
Who would you say is special in town then?
with a 25." She kind of hesitates. She says, "Go to the Bloody Ghost. Ask for Van Richten."
Ask for Van Richten. First off, does Tobias know who the Van Richten is in Brovia?
Give me a history check.
I will also give a history check just for funsies.
3. And then a fake natural 20.
A lot of fake 20s tonight.
I know.
10.
Yeah, neither one of you have heard the name Van Richten before.
Okay.
Man, we were not paying attention to our briefing, man.
No, not at all.
Uh,
I appreciate it. I'm sorry I didn't catch your name.
She smiles and she says, "Don't worry, you don't want it. Anyone who gets my name here at night, well, they don't last long."
Fair. Don't want to ruffle any feathers here. I'll head there, and I'm pretty sure we're going to meet again. It's really nice to meet you. I'm going to go check some other alleyways, have some similar conversations. Hopefully I don't die tonight, but we're going to find out.
Yeah. You, is there anything else you kind of like back away from the conversation at that point?
Yeah, I'm done with this conversation. I don't want to push it any farther than I have.
As we walk away, Owen goes, "I like your spiders."
She like looks around and says, "Spiders." Just seeming to notice the spiders all around for the first time. And you see she like looks a bit uncomfortable, and she says, "Thanks, not mine, but I think it's time we get out of here." You see she kind of like backs out, and like her and her, they don't run, but you see them like hurry off like down a side alley.
Well, Olin, that was not my best one, but
It's okay. It's the beginning of the night.
thank you. Sorry. See, thank you. It was my first one of the night, so normally I have a little bit more information going in. I had to make up something on the spot there.
It's okay. Normally I can tell what kind of spiders they are. So we've both had a rough first go of it.
I'm surprised that you couldn't tell. You back home, you can name them left and right.
I know. There's all different kinds. The bird hawk spiders and the black-bellied spiders and the
Don't forget the brown spotted ones, and we just walk off.
you don't want to know about the brown spotted spiders.
All right, name 5 spiders challenge. Go.
Name 5 spiders. Black widow, brown recluse, huntsman, trapdoor, daddy longlegs,
Kevin.
spider, Kevin, Jackie Chan.
There you go. You named him.
Yeah, as y'all begin walking back down the alleyway, you step over the tripwire, avoiding setting it off. You find the alleyway, each of you. No, I'll keep using your passive perceptions. Olin,
Yes.
you managed to stop Tobias again. As you notice that now the exit of this alley has what looks like thin webbing all down the front of it, blocking the exit towards the street.
Nah, not again.
I think if the spiders weren't theirs, it has to belong to someone.
Olin, can you teleport yet?
They're mine.
Shit.
And that's where we're going to leave off for the day.
Yo. Let's go.
Oh.
Thank you guys for watching and sticking around for our 3rd episode of our Mistwarden Shroud adventure. I've had a lot of fun. I hope y'all have as well, and we'll maybe see you next week if everybody is good for Thanksgiving or
Is Thanksgiving next week?
yeah,
Well,
What the
next Thursday.
the heck?
next Thursday. Yeah.
I'll get them.
Until then, well, next time we'll find out if our characters survive, thrive, and dive. I will say it every episode. Until then, stay safe, and we'll see you.
Like and subscribe.
Bye.
Bye.
Give us 5
Bye.
stars.